Love it. All right, everyone. Welcome inside the Virtual Media Center again at the Trust Golf Women's Scottish Open. Again, if you have any questions for Minjee, please let me know in the chat function so that I can open it up to you. But without further ado, Minjee, welcome back to Scotland. How are you feeling being back in Scotland?
From being in Tokyo last week, it is much nicer temperature. So I'm really excited to get this week started, and hopefully the rain stays away. But no, I'm really excited.
You say you come from the Olympics. What does it feel like to be able to call yourself now a two-time Olympian?
Like obviously representing my country, it's the highest honor that you can have. So, I'm pretty proud to be able to represent Australia each week. And obviously the Olympics, it was just much more greater. And it was just, it's just always an amazing experience. So yeah, no, I always look forward to the Olympics.
I know it's a little bit different than it was in Rio in 2016, but what do you take away from last week and how you played and just everything of what the Olympics means to you?
In terms of how I played, I think I made a ridiculous amount of bogeys, but I made a lot of birdies as well. So I guess some negative and some positive, but into this week, it's a new week, so new opportunity. So I'll probably just take the positives into this week.
As you come into this week, this is your first event, first LPGA event since winning the Minjee Evian Championship. It's been a few weeks since your major championship win. So for you, have you been able to reflect on what that week was like?
Yeah, I mean, I had 1 week off straight after, but I was so tired. Like after I played, I was like, the first couple of days I didn't really have time to like think about it. I think, but towards the end of the week, I kind of, I was getting ready for the Olympics and just kind of reflected back to, my win and how I played. So it was just nice to, see some of the highlights, and I was just like, oh, it really was a great feeling.
What do you think it's going to feel like to hear your name on the tee as now a major champion?
To be honest, it was kind of like a monkey off the back. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it for a really long time, and just to, be able to call myself a major champion, I think it's just, it's pretty special to me. So no, it's just a really great feeling.
When you won, was there anyone in particular that reached out after your win that you looked upon and said, wow, this is incredible?
A lot of people did. But Webby always is such a great support to me, and she messaged me pretty much straight away. A lot of people tweeted me, golfers, non-golfers, so it was really nice.
And also your brother.
Oh yeah, no, he was probably the craziest one.
Now we also look ahead to this week. You've had a string of solid appearances here at the Women's Scottish Open. What is it about links golf that you like so much?
I think just the scenery. It just kind of, I don't know, but it just like opens my mind, or I don't know. It's just really calm and peaceful. So I really like it, even though it gets windy and rainy. I just really like the challenge of playing links golf. So it's just, I'm always just glad to be here.
Before we open it up to questions, this is a brand new course to everyone. Everyone's learning this course at the same time. Is that a bit of advantage, you think, that kind of everyone's on an equal playing field as they come into this week at Dunbarton Links?
I saw all 18 today, and it's a really nice track. I think if the wind gets up, it's going to be quite a challenge. A couple of the holes are quite long, but there are quite fun holes. Maybe some of the holes will be reachable. Some of the par fives you can get on for 2, and I just think there's a great mix of holes, so I think it will just be a good tournament course.
You obviously got a chance to pull off a unique family double in the Scottish.
Oh,
how exciting is that?
Oh, I didn't really think about it until you said, but that would be pretty cool. I think if we could both pull off if I could pull off the Scottish Open victory. But no, it's maybe I could. Where was I? I was flying back from the Aramco series, so I didn't actually see him win, but it was about an hour later, and then I landed.
Yeah. Did you feel you had a big win in him like that? And it's obviously a Rolex series event, and beat the strongest ever field for the Scottish Open.
I think deep down, yeah. I think he's a really great player, but I wouldn't tell him because he'll get too big of a head. But no, I definitely think he could. He just has a lot more experience to, take in, and he's still young. So
You ever played together over here?
no, we haven't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you have any advice for this week?
No, I've done tour a lot longer than he has, so I don't know if I need advice.
No, I just, I remember, I don't know whether you remember it, but when he did so well in Saudi a couple of years ago,
Hmm.
I arrived in Singapore holding on to one of the balls he'd signed.
Oh yeah,
I said, I've got a present for you.
yeah, I know. I remember.
Delighted, but no, that's fantastic what he's done, and you've helped him a lot over the years, haven't you? Entry fees and everything.
Oh, not much. That was all him. So I don't take credit for anything like
He
that.
gave you a lot of credit, though.
Oh, did he? Well, that's nice of him. No, I think, but in terms of him playing, I think that was all him, and I think he really wanted it, and just for him, like for me to see him win, I think it really kind of sparked something in me as well. So it's just nice to see. Mhm.
Beth Ann, I know you have a question. If you'd like to unmute yourself.
Yeah, apologies, Minjee, if you already said this. Hi. Did you and your brother celebrate together in the US after Evian?
Yeah, we did. It was actually his birthday on the 27th. So when I arrived, the day after I arrived, it was his birthday. So we kind of had a joint celebration. It was nice.
What did you do?
We went to a restaurant called Monarch, and it was like you could see like the skyline because we were on the 49th floor. So it was really nice, actually. I've never been there. We went with our host family in Dallas. So yeah, it was good.
You have a host family in Dallas?
Actually, in my rookie year, I went to a host family because I didn't have my place in Texas then. So yeah, we just been keeping in touch, and they're really, really close to us now. So yeah, we do.
Cool. Okay, I have one last question. You mentioned getting the monkey off your back, winning a major. Do you feel freer, like, that this could really open something for you to make a run on #1 in the world? Do you feel like this lightens the load a little?
Yeah, I mean, I really do feel like I can play a bit more freely, especially in the majors. I think I had a lot of expectations that I sort of put on myself to perform well, and yeah, I feel like it was kind of coming, but I just didn't know when. So yeah, definitely, I think it was just nice to, now I can set different goals to then win my first major. So it's sort of, I ticked it off, and then now I can set some new goals.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, just a couple more for me. This is the same, by the way, the same host family we talked about at Dow, that the Thanksgiving or
Yes,
something.
same.
Love that.
Mhm.
But just also about your game. I know it's been a few weeks since the major championship, but
Mhm.
coming off the Olympics, how comfortable are you feeling in your game as you take on the links this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in a really good place, obviously, in terms of confidence. I striked it really well at the Olympics as well. I putted pretty well too, but just made too many soft bogeys. So hopefully I can eliminate those bogeys and then just make a lot of birdies this week. So it is a little bit different type of, play because with links golf, but I think I'm really headed in the right direction. So I think I'm in a good place.
This course got a lot of praise from Stacey Lewis when we had her in a little bit ago. Just your overall thoughts of kind of taking on two brand new courses back to back last week at the Olympics and now this course.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said before, there's a lot of there's a mix of good, like long and short, and kind of tough holes. So I think it's a great it's an exciting but challenging golf course, and I think if the wind gets up, it will be even better than if there's no wind. So no, I think it suits my eye, and just I think I can use a bit of my imagination around the greens, so it'll be fun.
Hannah Green said that exact thing.
Oh yeah.
Imagination,
Yeah.
using your imagination. You talk about the wind. Are you one of those that you're ready to embrace any kind of wind that Scotland gives you?
Oh yeah, I sort of like expect a lot of wind when I come here, but when it's like still, I'm like, oh, we're kind of lucky today. So no, I think if it is windy, I'll just embrace it, and if it's not, then I'll embrace it as well.
All right, any other questions? All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Minjee.
Thanks.
Sophia will be in shortly.
Yep.